Welcome to another fun-filled edition of Black Opinions Matter, motherfucker. My name is Amin Hassan. That's John Jerv. Black Trey will not be joining us today. I'll give you a reason why in just a little bit. Got a great show for you today. Power's back after a week off, and man, I don't know what they took this week off doing, but this is for a show that is the least powerific of all the power shows. They did cartwheels in this one, cartwheels and backflips of like, hey, we're gonna show you what powerific mean. So we're definitely gonna get into that. We're also gonna talk about Atlanta. I'm kind of sick and tired of these episodes where nothing really happens. I'll be honest, like I'm done with it. Like, come on, man. It can't like I'm. We'll get into it. We're gonna discuss it. We're also going to talk about. We're gonna roast Sean Little one more time about his fashion statements, but I might come to his defense this time on one thing and one thing only. You don't want to miss that. But first, www.patreon.com/countthedings. Make sure you are a Patreon. Make sure you're getting all this added content, like the overflow episodes, where we're getting deep on this Game of Thrones thing. We took a whole 10-year leap. Motherfuckers couldn't even tell people apart. We got new actors. It's crazy. It's confusing. You definitely want to tune into that. Like the watch alongs. We had that watch along for the Heartbreak Kid, me, Zach Harper, Anthony Mays. It was fun. It was hilarious. People joined in the chat and they added their own jokes to it. So if you've ever wanted to be part of it or in on it, make sure you are checking that out. And much, much more like the Discord and a lot of other things. Make sure you're a Patreon again. And if you already are, thank you very much. All right, Trey's not here. Trey's not here because yesterday he suffered a, quote, crick in the neck, a.k.a. wash syndrome. When
Did you see?
Huh?
Did you see that picture he posted
of the bottle, of the water bottle, or what?
No. So like, he plays in that whatever it is, the wash.
Oh yeah, the wash.
So he's the logo.
Yeah.
So I hit him up and I said, "Yo, dog, with your DNP today, plus this image of you, you literally look like the wash nigga that everyone knows used to be nice at the park, but like you're washed, and then you have a DNP for a neck, dog. Like, yo, get some soup, some ginger ale.
Hold on, what does soup do? I'll buy the ginger ale, but what does soup do?
It makes the ginger ale stronger.
Oh, that's how that
works. Yeah, come on, man.
Man, I'm just. He's like, oh, I got hot and cold, and I ain't gonna say it, but I said, see, that's what happens when you resume activities that you've stopped for quite a while. The muscles are atrophied, man. They not getting that exercise. They're not used to doing that. So
you can't just hop back into the starting lineup, my G. You gotta come off the bench for a little bit, get some shots up. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta warm up, man. We gotta go a couple of days, a couple of games. You coming off the bench. That's how we're doing this shit. There's no way you just jump in and just be ready to play. But Trey's finding that out the hard way. So he's getting acupuncture. He's doing hot and cold therapy. He's trying everything he can to recover. And I guess our thoughts and prayers are with young Trayvon.
If you have to say, I guess our thoughts and prayers are with young Trayvon, or our thoughts and prayers really with Trayvon now?
Not really. Our jokes are with him, though.
All right, there we go.
All of these jokes, all the roast, everything. This dude, man, I'm telling you, like playing basketball, you guys are gonna learn, man. You're gonna learn. There's no value to this. There's no joy in this. I got the hoop today. Oh, you know what happened, man? You got hurt because your body was like, we're doing too much. It reminded me, by the way, hooping. So Jerv, my oldest is in basketball now. Just started or whatever. And yesterday had a game. And so someone asked me how had the game go. I said, "Oh, it started strong, and then the other team went on a 33-0 run, and that was that pretty much sealed the deal."
33-0 run. That's pretty impressive. Were there any timeouts called during this 33-0 run?
Oh yeah. No, I mean, that was a club team. Like they're just they type of team that practices every day, and the kids have known each other since they were like 5 or whatever. So it's one of those things. Like afterward, I was like, I kind of knew that. You ever see this? You're gonna get to this point, Jerv. Maybe you won't. I don't know. Everyone's different, but for me, it's like I sat down and I looked at the other team. And I'm like, oh yeah, they're good. And I'm like, oh, like not even like, well, if we try really hard or any of that stuff, it's like, nope, this team's really good, way better than our kids. So I just like go out there. In my mind, I'm like, just go out there and have fun. This is part of the learning experience, right? Imagine my surprise after the game. My kid was like legit like depressed. I don't want to talk about that. I'm like, what? No, I'm just trying to give you little hints and guidances here and there. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, are you mad because y'all lost? Like, do you not know? Like, they're way better than you. Of course you're gonna lose. Like, it's not what we're here for. We're here for you to learn, to get better in yourself. Like, this wasn't like the Super Bowl or whatever. I'm like, come on, man. But like afterwards, like, was that wrong for that? Is that too harsh?
Yeah, it's too harsh. But you're not wrong for it because you're the parent, right? Like you're the one that's got to be the one that keeps it real. I was in the same boat, 2 years ago when I used to go to my stepdaughter's basketball games, and she was literally on the worst team, right? Like she was on the worst team to the point where I used to just get excited when they would score, right? Like let that sink in when they would score. And, I would look across and she was going to a predominantly white school, right? So she was the one of 2 black kids on her school team. So, naturally everyone's looking at her like, hey, save us, right? So, and then she would have to guard the other black girl on the team. And for instance,
several D1 scholarship offers.
So she was going to like a really, really like good type of school, right? So like one game it was what's my man name that played for the Magic from Jameer so she's playing Jameer Nelson's daughter. Like these are the other black girl that she played. I forget her father's name, but like he was in the league, and I'm just like, damn, like that's not fair. Little girls out here crossing them, going like, because at certain age groups, it's just all about, hey, who can do the fundamentals and literally just make a layup? Yeah. Well, her team couldn't make the layups, and the other teams could.
But isn't that weird though, Jerv? That like these, like that seems wrong to me. That they're all playing in the same like. Like my thing was like I was at one point I'm watching the other team like, why are y'all playing against this team? Why are y'all playing against us? Like why aren't y'all on the AU circuit or like playing against actual competition? Like I was thinking, I didn't say it in the gym because I didn't want to be that parent saying it out loud. But I pulled my kid aside out in the car. I'm like, look, to be honest with you, I thought y'all did really well considering like if I was going to that other team, I'd be upset, man. Y'all out here missing layups and getting done up over here. Like you guys, like you let this team should have never scored against you. So it's just one of those things where like I get confused sometimes. I'm like, if this is like the beginners or like the low level, talent level pool, why are y'all here? Is it just to beat up on kids that can't play? Why don't y'all play against people who can actually play? On the other hand, I welcome finally a team that could actually play because now my kid understands when I say, look, all this little stuff that you do here isn't going to work when you play against better. You got to learn you got to work on this. You got to learn how to do that because that's not going to work when you get to play against bigger and better people. And so I think yesterday was a little bit of a like a come to Jesus moment.
These kids need that reality check, right? Because like you just said, right? So like you imagine your kid plays with all the kids. Let's just say your kid plays with all the kids in the neighborhood, right?
Right.
And your kids out here and they're doing well against the kids in the neighborhood. You can look at those kids in the neighborhood and be like, that's really not the competition you're going to be going up against, right? So then when your child goes against the competition that you've been warning them about, sometimes you just got to learn the hard way, bro. Maybe now when you say, hey, let's go put some shots up, and they're like, nah, I'm good. I want to do this. And maybe now your child will take you up on that offer because they know what it's like to get that ass tapped. I apologize, respectfully.
I'm just saying. I'm like, well, like I have been singing about this shit for a while now. It's fun to see that song on the radio all of a sudden. Like, it ain't just Dad's silly song that he sings in the car. They played it on air. But yeah, man. So that was cool. But yeah, having said that, like it still reminds me, like, oh man, the idea of going out there and playing and getting hurt just terrifies me at all times. Like, I don't want no parts of this, none whatsoever.
I told you dudes, right? Trey used to, and maybe Trey will now. I mean, well, Trey's the type of hooper. He's the type of man that will not admit that his body is getting to the point where he needs to shut it down, right? I've seen too many people take their last step playing basketball in person. That's all I need. I'm 41. I'm not out here trying to what my man say from Pineapple Express. I'm not out here trying to get a motherfucking scholarship. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. My whole objective now is I just want to get some cardio in. I run foul line to foul line. I'm not going for the rebounds. I'm like my man Bill Murray in Space Jam. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't play defense. I'm not doing any of that stuff.
I can't even do any of that. I'm at the point physically.
When's the last time you physically played, like really played basketball?
It was during the finals. I might have been with you. Were you there when we were playing with Chris Haynes and McMenamin and all those guys?
You mean Cavs Warriors round 1?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
That was the last time I played basketball.
Hey, man.
Played.
Yeah.
I'm out here guarding people. I'm trying to win this game. We're trying to stay on all that stuff. Yeah, that was the last time. I haven't played.
Wow. Hey, man, tip my cap to you.
At some point, I just get tired of getting hurt, man. Like every time I would get hurt, I would always think the same thing. You know what, man? When I woke up today, I felt fine.
Yep.
I felt fine. Like right now, I feel fine. My back doesn't hurt. My knees don't hurt. Like I get up, I walk around. I feel fine. Crouch down, pick something up off the floor, stand back up. I feel fine.
Yep.
Why am I going to jeopardize that? Why? For what? To relive some past?
To do it for the gram.
No. So I could be on a Photoshop Slam magazine cover? No.
Shout out to Trey for being the logo of the Wash League, though. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations, good brother.
That's why
it only costs you your neck.
Hey, that's why your neck is throwing up gang signs like fucking Tua.
Oh, don't do that. Come on. It's too soon.
Too soon?
It's too soon.
Too upset. So I was like, oh shit.
That nigga Tua was on the side.
I've never seen that before. Apparently that's a thing. They hit you so hard you start fucking seizing up like this. I'm like, I've never heard of that before in my life. Boxing,
never heard it. UFC. Don't want to see it.
You just don't want to see it? Is that what you said?
No, I don't want to see it. Like I'm good. I don't ever need to see someone.
But have you ever heard of that? I'm asking, like, have you ever heard of that?
No. I've heard of the, what is it, like your arms just being like in a still position, like whatever, or like your hands. But
I was talking to Jeff Stotts, who's the in street coach on Twitter. He does a great job doing injury kind of roundups and diagnoses and how long guys are going to be out, whatever. And I asked him, like, is this a thing? Because I've never seen this shit. He's like, yeah, sometimes like with that, the arms be out. They call it fencing. They call it fencing injury or whatever, some shit like that. And I'm like, I've never heard of that either. Like, I've never seen anyone get hit so hard that, like, Like they might got laid out like this, but like to involuntarily go out like an airplane. I've never seen that one. Mm-mm. But what you laughing at, man? You muted.
You gotta get really fucked up to be out here flying a fucking airplane.
You think that's worse than fucking throwing up Grove Street or whatever that nigga?
Nigga, what set you claim?
Yeah, man.
Hey, cuz, you from around here? Oh wait, I take that back. I don't want any problems. I don't know if that's something that I just did. I mean, I know it's something, but you know, I'm just a civilian. I'm just a 41-year-old father. You know, I don't want any problems. You know what I'm saying? I go to work just like the regular Joe Schmo and I drink pumpkin coffee. I don't want any problems.
Yeah, man. Like to me, this is the episode where we really need a Trey. Trey, can you translate what Tool is trying to tell us? Maybe it's my head.
Maybe Trey doesn't really have a DNP. Maybe Trey can't answer that question on air and didn't want to give us that. Yeah.
Maybe Trey's throwing up gang signs himself right now. So, shout out to Trey. Hope he gets better. But the other member of the group chat who's catching heat is the one and only Sean Little. He posted a picture on Instagram, a mirror selfie. And like again, Sean, you bring a lot of this shit onto yourself, man. The mirror selfie just it's a no-win situation, man. Like either you get someone to take that picture for you, or you just say, you know what? I guess no one's seeing this fit.
Well, he couldn't, right? Because again, I've only been inside of one of these establishments one time, but I'm pretty sure Dumbo, you're not supposed to say, yeah.
Oh, house.
So he risked it all for a selfie. And then he tagged his location.
Yeah, you're just hustling backwards there, sir. But one of the things that happened is in this picture, he wears black on black, which Sean is very fond of wearing black on black.
Yep.
So he had white shoes on. And so Jerv and Trey start a side conversation about, does Sean look like the kind of person who owned White Timbs back in the day? Now, Jerv, I'm a little older than you. We're close in age, but I'm a little older than you. So we remember the wild times that were like 1997, 98, 99.
All types of colors are out.
we went from, hey, what color Timbs are there? There's the regular yellow Timbs, and then they're black Timbs.
Yp.
And that's it. Those are your two colorways.
We called the black ones the Jodicies, by the way. The black leather ones, they were the Jodicies.
And then all of a sudden, we got someone at Timberland said, what if we had more colors? So then we came out with the brown one. Then we came out with the black suede one, right?
Had them.
Then we came out with the forest green one. Then there was
my brother had those.
The reddish brown one. But
I had those.
Let me tell you what, man. Those white ones, motherfuckers thought they were a myth, bro. We didn't even know it existed. We were like, yo, I heard they have white Timbs. Like, they don't got no white Timbs. How would you ever keep it clean? Like, blah, blah. And then there was an episode, I'll never forget this, an episode of the Wayans brothers. And this is where Pop was feeling sad about his birthday. So Marlon and Sean took him to the club to kind of get him some drinks and get his spirits up. While he was at the club, of course, Sean and Marlon went to go holler at some girls. They went to go holler, and like Pop was by himself, drinking lonely. Woman comes up, young thing, say, hey, how's it going? Why don't you come dance? And he starts dancing, doing pop dances and shit, And she's like, oh, what do you call that? Like, I call this the roach stomper or whatever. And so she started hanging out with him. So Sean and Marlon were like, yo, where's Pop? Oh, I thought he went home with you. No, I went home with da-da-da. Pop walk in the door of the apartment. He wearing the jeans with the one leg rolled up. He got that white Averex on. He got a Benny Miles stocking cap on. and he had on the White Timbs, and I'm like, they're real. They are real. See, it's not just a rumor or a legend or a myth. They are actually there, and I'll never get because Sean was like, "What are you doing, man? Yo, you're like 60 years old. You can't be dressing like that." Da, da, da. And Marlon was like, "I don't know. He looked kind of dope, man. Yo, he got the White Timbs." Classic ass episode, man. But shout out, man. Shout out to the White Timbs. Now, you, Jerv, I felt from your text it was very judgy. You're anti-White Tim.
I am super anti-White Timbs. For honesty, I had the wheat ones, the Jodeci's, the cinnamon ones, the blue ones. I told you my brother had the green ones, so I had them all. Right?
You're a sicko for having the blue ones.
So look, right?
Was that the Hampton University?
No, I'm high school. I'm still high school at this time. I'm still at high school. So the rumor has it that there's a pair of White Timbs that come out, and at this point in time in my life, I'm copping Timbs like sneaks. At this point, right? It's weird these phases I went through in my life, but all of a sudden I went from never wearing sneakers to always having a pair of Timbs on. Right when they brought out the low top Timbs, that was my summer footwear.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I never got with the beef and broccolis or any of them Jones though.
The beef and broccolis, I think, were my first official pair of Timbs I had. Like when I told my parents I wanted Timberlands, and those are the ones they got me.
Okay. I felt like that was very much a New York thing. Like I know people in Philly had it, but I feel like the beef and broccolis and that whole little whatever, the two-tone Tim era, I think that was more of a New York type thing.
This is the part where things got out of control with Timberlands, right? I too not afraid to go get me some low cut Timbs. Not the low cut Timbs, excuse me. I had
3/4 or whatever they call it.
Not the 3/4, the convertible.
Oh no!
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I know. No, you didn't have those Johns. Oh,
Roll them bitches down and had a different like print on the inside than the outside. So it looked like Gucci scarves. That's what it looked like. I didn't have like not the butt naked Timbs, but I had the lows.
Okay.
Or I guess what they would be. They would be the lows because the mid would be the butt naked ones, right?
Well, no. Everything is a sectional thing, but where I'm from, butt naked Timbs were any Timberland you wore that did not have leather on it. So you can have the high top ones. Yeah, at the top.
That's the one. That's the butt naked one. The butt naked one was it was I guess it would be what you would call mid Timbs, right? It looked like if you had your jeans baggy and over it, no one would tell. But if I pull my jeans up, you could tell. You muted.
You could tell.
How?
And
the sole?
The butt naked ones had the thinner sole.
That's true.
Thinner sole. To quote my man Trayvon Edwards, was nasty. That was nasty work that Timberland was putting out at that point in time.
Dog, it was funny though because the lows, one would think like by that same thing, like, oh fuck them too, but like no, because the lows had a very thin strip of leather on them, right at the top. So I definitely had those in all types.
Those didn't come in butt naked. I don't believe those were all. You were always properly clothed when you had those on.
You were all in. Yep. I'm looking at the Tim's website now, man. It just ain't. The shit ain't the same no more, man.
Bro, Timbs are like two. They're like 2+ now.
250.
What?
Yeah.
First and foremost, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to say I was into this type of lifestyle, but I know plenty of people that used to go to the Outback before they used to put the sensors on everything and yada, yada, yada. You'd go up to the outlet, right, with your old pair of Timbs on. You go find your size, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, you try those on. You might put yours back in the box. You know what I'm saying? And then you just walk out. Never did it. Allegedly, I may know some people that may or may not have. I don't. I might be misremembering, but I've never in my life want to say that I paid more than 125, 150 for some
It was
Timbs.
130. It was
130. Okay,
the regular
130.
Timbs was 130, and then if you had like a specific price style, then not price style, a specific colorway, then that would also look at that. They still got them. They still
What,
got
the white Timbs?
The butt nakeds. The white Timbs. Yeah, you out of luck, man. You ain't never gonna find them. That was a moment in time, sir.
If you still out here buying them butt nakeds, I'm sorry. You gotta just pay the extra dub to get yourself some leather. You know what I'm saying? Like
the butt nakeds they used to sell at like, what's the name of that shit, man?
all those hip hop clothing stores.
No. That's it's so. What's the DSL or whatever? It's like you walk.
Oh, DSW.
That's where they sell the butt nakeds. That's where you would find the butt nakeds. It's them stores. Any one of those stores where it's like a long ass like cabinet, and they got the shoes on top of the cabinet. You got to find your size underneath. Like you can't even tell them to go get you your shit from the back. You just picking your own shit right there.
No need to ask. No need to ask. Hey, is this all you guys have? Yes, it's all that we have. You see 35 pair right there, right? Awesome. No need to think that the 36 pair is in the back.
There is no back. Look at the wall there, brother. Like, hey, when we're done, we're walking out the same door you are.
There ain't no stock room. There ain't shit.
You just lower that gate a little bit. Everyone walks out, and then they lower it towards the bottom. What a crazy time. You know what I was looking up yesterday, of all things? Maybe, it was based off our conversation on the Timbs and the white Timbs, whatever. I was looking up Averex jackets.
The Trey said they're back in style, right? Oh no, he said Pele's back in style.
Pele's back in style, but the Averexes, Jerv, tell me why they are 500. Still 500. Try 1,000, $1,300 for the standard. Remember the standard, the regular Averex jacket, which it had the little crest on the front, right? Yep. The little Averex crest on the front, and on the back, it said Averex USA, and it had the crest in the middle, right?
Yep.
That standard ass jacket right now is going for $1,298.
Blame Cameron.
Icon jacket, what they call it.
Blame Cam.
Oh, I still can't wear Averex, man. Like here I am.
I mean, you can.
20 plus years later, I can't afford that. I'm gonna be honest. I can't afford no $1,300. I got bills, bro. I got mortgages and shit to pay, man. $1,300 for a jacket, for a leather jacket. And I live in Arizona.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
That's some wild shit. I'm gonna wear
once a year. That's why I said, let me get one of these hoodies. The hoodies are $250 for a hoodie.
Nah, bro. Back in the day, only people I knew that had Averex jackets were not middle class families, because I come from a middle class family, not middle class families, rich families, and or your drug dealer friends. That was it. I didn't know anyone else that owned an Averex, right? Like, and then the one thing I remember about Averex jackets is I probably have worn an extra large like my whole entire life, like ever since like high school. I've always been rocking the XL. Maybe even 8th grade, I was rocking the XL. You couldn't put it on unless it was a 3 or 4. Like your Averex had to be 3 to 4 sizes too big.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's the whole look, bro. You got to complete the look.
And your jeans had to be super duper baggy.
Super baggy. Yep.
And you must have construction Timbs on.
Yes. So again, to reiterate, Pops' fit was the baggy jeans, the white Averex icon jacket, and the white Timbs. I mean, that's a sick fit, bro.
I'm surprised Pops didn't have the knitted hat. Remember the knitted hats that came out that had the brims on them?
Yeah.
That Hove and Nas. Remember, I think Hove had that on in what's that video? Dirt Off Your Shoulder. Thank you.
I've always associated those hats with like the backpack rapper, like definitely more of a Nas when he like he wanted to forego from being like all the Escobar shit. And he wanted to bring it back to his original roots. Talib Kweli is definitely a knitted hat with the brim type nigga. Most
Anybody
definitely
who chew, what was that stuff? The tree bark type shit that niggas used to always say. Like if you had that, if that was your thing, you had one of those knitted hats that had the brim on it.
Yeah, man, that shit is too funny, bro. Yeah, man, like it's funny because every once in a while I'm like, man, I'm gonna go cop me one of these. Why not? I'm looking at the jacket right now. They got a bomber jacket that's on sale for $200.
Oh,
and I'm like, maybe should I?
bomber
They got
jacket.
by the way, they got Averex shorts for $600. By the way,
you gotta be a sick guy to wear some Averex shorts, bro. Sick guy. For all that, you might as well just be out here with a jersey with the matching team shorts and just have the whole entire fit on.
It's funny. Mike Ryan was wearing a jacket the other day on Lebitard show that was the whatchamacallit, the all the NFL team logos on it. Yeah. Remember? Now I've never seen an NFL version of that. Jerv,
I've seen NBA. No, I remember the NBA one.
I remember seeing niggas in Atlanta for especially have like the jeans with the jacket with all them patches on it, and then the Air Force Ones that had all the logos on it too.
I bet you they had the do-rag with the wings out too, didn't they? They had to. They had to have that.
And not any do-rag, but dollar bill.
Oh my God.
Did you ever have any do-rags that had like graphics on it or whatever?
No. As the homie says, I always had some dignity. I had some respect for myself. I wasn't wearing that shit.
Solid colors. Black, white, maybe gray. Yeah, I think I had a gray one that I used to wear like with a Yankee fitted on and shit.
Now I only did the do-rag. I only did the do-rag for like a couple seconds because when I would have my hair braided.
Wait, you didn't do I got a fresh fitted. I don't want to get the sweat on the inside of the brim there. So I'm gonna put a do-rag on and then put the hat on top. You never did that?
Bro, don't let this bald head fool you. I used to have some curly ass hair, my guy. I wasn't covering shit. I needed them to see that. I was the light-skinned dude with the good hair. I'm not covering that shit up. Let it be known I'm here. Shit.
I was doing all that shit, man, to no avail. All right. Atlanta, episode 4. Ern is going to church with his mom. Mom wants to pick up her sister and her dad. They get to the church. He said, y'all go ahead and get a seat. I'm going to go look for parking. Mom disappears along with the dad. And now the aunt is convinced that dad was kidnapped and does a whole episode on this. At one point, she says, y'all were jealous of me to her siblings because I was light-skinned, and they all laughed.
That was hilarious, too, by the way.
I don't know, man. I'm like, I felt like the episode had no substance to it, man.
So I'm watching it and I'm texting y'all live in the chat as I'm watching it. And my response was, yo, this is like a real black episode. You know what I mean? But this is prior to the whole kidnapping of the five. I don't understand. I want to think that this is an episode where he was just having fun. You know, he has gotten us to a point now where we think, and rightfully so, everything that he does has like a deeper rooted meaning to it. But I think this was just an episode of Atlanta and just some stupid shit that was happening to his people.
Yeah, it's just there's nothing. I mean, literally, like what I just said was a synopsis. Oh, that and his dad goes to the mall and gets game ran on him by the kiosk lady. Like,
the homie that took the picture of him was a dick, by the way.
I thought that shit was funny.
You picking on this old man? Like this old man ain't bothering you.
Hey, he looked like the dude. What's that dude name? Prince. Yeah, he looked like Prince.
And first of all, his dad's walking around. Yo, if this is 2022, if you walk around with them Bluetooth things in your ear, I can't stand them things. I think of Spice Adams anytime I see the Bluetooth, by the way.
Yeah.
What you say now there, Chuck?
Hey, Chuck. And then you gotta stop. You gotta stop this. Yo, Spice does that, but he like Spice is the king of that shit, like the entire fit. So Spice will have the hat, he'll have the Bluetooth, he'll have the shirt that's tucked in with the belt, he'll have the shorts that ain't not his size, and then he'll have the sandals, and then he right there.
If he's got the pants, he's got the gator. He's got the gators to match. If he's rocking pants, he's got the gators to match.
Yeah,
some real. He looks real Midwest. I don't know where Spice is from, but he's got to be from like that Detroit, Chicago area.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he played for the Bears long enough, so I'm guessing like I think he still lives in Illinois, so he might be from around there. But he definitely had like that whole look with the, especially how they be talking and they hold. You ever notice this, Jerv? They'll hold the Bluetooth in their ear. Yeah. Hold on. Hey, what's going? There's a girl walk by. Hey, beautiful. What's don't keep on walking that. Like all the little comments and shit. He got that shit down. But yeah, man, like old Pops, man, with in the mall with that hat. That shit was a hideous ass hat, man. He got game ran on him, and then the kids fucked with him because of his hat. That's the other funny shit because he's like, I gotta go to a mall. I only got a couple hours before all the kids show up. Which is, have you ever been to the mall early, Jerv? Like at 9 a.m. before the stores open?
If you go, yes, and that's when I discovered mall walkers.
Mall walkers. These old people be walking around the mall.
You know the mall walkers, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing laps. Yeah. Doing laps all across the mall. Then next thing you know, them stores open, and it's exactly like what they just showed there. It's kids everywhere. It's these teenagers. It's all type of shit. It's a little train. There's a train. This is the shit I hate. Yo, malls, get rid of these fucking trains. You know what I'm talking about, Jerv?
No.
Like, it's literally like a train, like a choo-choo locomotive and little cars, and they put the little kids on it, and then they just fucking ride around the mall. And they blow the horn and shit like that. The train is like 4 feet tall. It's literally for like 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds. But like this is some shit in Arizona for some reason. They fucking love this shit. And like you got to get out of the way, and then they do a circle. Like I got to get out of the way again. It's fucking annoying. It's the most annoying shit ever.
First of all, malls are a sick place to be right now. Anyway. If I feel when I went to a mall yesterday, actually, and I felt weird being there because I was like, oh, wow. I haven't really been to a mall in a very long time. But as a kid, I was here all the time.
So I last Saturday I was in Orlando with my friends that I went to Georgia Tech with. We were going to the game. We needed somebody needed something from the outlet mall, and I was like, fuck it, I want to buy a hat. So I'll go to a Lids or whatever there and buy me a hat. And so while we're walking there, I mean, I didn't have shit to do. So I was just like, oh, I'm going to walk around. And I realized that's the first time in like maybe 10 years that I went to a mall just to walk around. Because every other time I go to the mall, Jerv, it's like I'm going to the Apple store. I need to park right here by the Dillard's entrance because when I walk out here, the Apple store's right there to the right. As soon as
Dillard's. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, they still alive and kicking. So that's how I do. I go in, out, boom. I don't look at any other shit. I never see the food court or any of that shit.
Ooh.
And then we did this shit. We're walking around, and I'm like, there's so many children here. Like, there's kids everywhere. And this shit is annoying and gross. Like, get the fuck away from me. And now, I can't even imagine now with these kids with phones and shit. I'm like, oh, you want to be in my TikTok and shit like that? Shut up, man. But still, also, I I did wonder why did that kid want a picture with the dude with Ern's dad so badly.
Like the hat was that bad?
He's like, we about to go viral, pops.
Yeah, like I'm like, damn, like it's that bad of a fit that Pops has on. And my bro, what and yo, all those people that just stood there and watched, like all the like I'm thinking it was like this white lady. I remember this white lady was just standing there behind, and she was just like so shocked that this is happening. I'm like, well, go help him out. These kids are clearly like bullying this man.
She probably thought it was a black thing and left it alone, brother.
That's black on black crime.
Yeah, just leave it alone. They'll sort themselves out. I'm just mad that the kids' homies all rolled up like to surround my man. I'm like, damn, what do y'all go do? Yo, kick his ass because he don't want to take no picture with you. Come on, Pops.
Yo, my man got down on his knee. You gonna make me beg, Pops? I'm on my knee, Pops. He's like, yo, get up. Not unless you take this picture with me, Pops. Like, yo, bro, Pops should have said, yo, get off of my blank, bro. Like, damn.
You saw how he flipped out at the restaurant afterwards. She's like, well, I gotta just check with my wife. Just get the damn bread. And he slapped.
First of all, his wife was wilding. Like,
hey man, they pay for the bread. Just put it in the go box. This shit ain't hard. Or bring out the bread, then bring out the to-go box, and then we'll handle the rest. I'm not mad at her. MVP of the episode has to be Paperboy, man, because every time shit would happen, this nigga looks so stressed all the time, man. When their auntie called the cops,
he's like, please don't call the cops. Please don't have the cops. Who was that in the studio with him? Is that I'm bad. This is why we need Trey. Was that Gunna?
I don't know who that is, man.
He was somebody. I know it was somebody.
The nigga he was housing at Uno.
Yeah.
He's like, man, you gonna make me pull? Like, duh, that's the point of Uno.
He said, matter of fact, he said, draw 4, draw 8, nigga. I was like, oh shit, yo, if you've ever played Uno and something like you're clearly not getting the cards you want, and then that person hits you with the draw 4, and then they go, wait, draw 8, or you play Staxies, whatever the case may be. That is a super duper frustrating feeling.
Well, yeah, like no, the frustrating feeling isn't when it happens. The frustrating feeling is at the end when you're holding like the entire deck in your hand. That's the worst. Like, and then the worst part is so play continues, and then they get to you, and you're trying to sort through the entire fucking. I have like 80 cards in my hand. Play, nigga, like damn. Can I figure out what I got here? Can I see this? Like,
and you still don't have a card that can get thrown out.
That's some sick shit right there. But, I don't know if you saw this. Uno officially came out and said you can't stack. You can't put a draw 2 on top of a draw 2. If you get hit with a draw 2, you just got to draw. Or draw, you just got to draw, and that's it. And
I saw that.
They're like, how Uno not even know
how to play Uno. How you don't know how to play your own game, bro? Clearly, you can do this. And I don't want to play Unos with you if we're not playing Staxies.
I didn't even know it had. This is how deep I am, Jerv. I didn't even know it had a term, Staxies. I just learned that from you right now.
For real?
I just thought that's how you play Uno.
Yeah, nah, that ain't. It's not. Look, if you read the instructions, it's clearly not allowed.
I've never read the instructions.
No, well, nah.
I've never read this.
I only read the instructions because a couple years ago, playing Uno stepdaughter, she was da-da-da, and I was like, hold on, dog. We're not playing Staxies. And she was like, what is Staxies? And I told her, she was like, well, that's not allowed. And my dumb ass is like, yes, it is. Look. And I'm going through the shit. I'm like, oh, wait. Well, I don't care what it says. This is how you play Uno.
I'm going to tell you right now. Shout out to Michael Irvin, because we were losing recipes. If the children don't know how to play Uno the right way, we've all failed. We've failed as a nation, as a society, as a community. My children, I'm proud to say, we be stacking shit up to, man, we got like be hitting draw 4. Oh, draw 4. How about this? Draw another 4, draw 8. Oh, and by the way, that's the more fun one. It's way more fun to play with multiple people, because when you passing that buck, or It's so fun. It's funny how many things happen. You get the shit where it's like someone says like calls Uno, and I'm like, all right, cool. I got something for their ass. And then the motherfucker before me gonna hit skip. We're like, what are you doing?
Let me get them.
Yeah, I had the card. Or they'll have a draw 4, and I got a draw 4, and I'm waiting for them to hit me with a draw 4, so we get this motherfucker with 8. They're like, nope.
But throw your draw 4 out. I have another one. We will win. They will play. Trust me.
Fucking ridiculous, man. All right, let's get the power.
Unbelievable.
Let's get the power. Let me pull up my power notes here.
Shout out to Amin for accidentally sending his power notes in the chat.
This episode, what the fuck? First and foremost, I gotta start with the Jamaicans. They just gave up. Power gave up. What the bomba clot? Where's Gran Camacho? I'm like, no, they're not doing this for real. Y'all got just 2 regular ass niggas and gave one of them like a machete or whatever, and said, just talk like a Jamaican. And that was it. That's their whole thing.
Yo, Lou doesn't. I mean, listen, bro. I understand spontaneous sex happens at times. My man just
Don't lock doors.
They unlock doors, yo. I don't know about you, but I'm a locker. I'm a door locker when I'm about to get it in.
It's not even that. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, man. I've had room service walk in and not room service.
Oh wow,
housekeeping in and like,
did they say looks like you could use a hand?
Ay, Dios mío. No, but maybe this is just an era thing. But every music studio that I'm aware of, you got to get buzzed in. Like, it's super duper secure. Otherwise, how do you stop random people from just showing up and say, I heard Tupac is filming here or recording here? You know? So that's one part of it. These guys are just going to waltz in. But the other part of it is, again, man, like, y'all couldn't find people who are actually Jamaican to play this role?
Wasn't in the budget.
It was just one of those things. I'm like, what are we doing? What's going on here? Let's see what else we got here. Marvin hires the Italians to do a hit on Tony, his ex, or not his ex, but the girl that was, the club manager that he was smashing on the side, who then snitched on them or whatever. The guy says, how much? Marvin says $5K, and the guy's like, okay. And I'm like, is the exchange rate different? Like, doesn't that sound ridiculously low?
Well, it's the 80s.
Is it the 80s? I think we're in the 90s now, man.
Okay, well, it's the 90s, right? $5K is a little bit more than it is right now. But in the history of street negotiation, I feel like whatever the original number that's ever said is never the number that the person says, all right, yeah, I'll do it for that.
$5,000 in 1990 is about $11,000 today.
I feel like it costs a little. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I feel like it would cost a little more than that now.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. To ask a mob guy to do a hit outside, like the family can't know about, right? Can't tell, like they can't find out. For a black guy, mind you. And the target is a white woman in Scarsdale, in Westchester County, in New York.
Where he lives, by the way.
Yeah,
his own backyard.
There's all types of taxes on that shit. We're running at least $25K at that point.
Quick question.
5K is a corner boy. You give that the stick up kids to go do that shit.
The nigger stick up man that falls asleep at the getaway wheel. That's who you pay the 5K to.
Shout out to Samuel L. Jackson.
But the son deserved the outcome, right? Why would you bring that guy?
How is this guy like on the payroll?
He seems like the biggest moron.
Like he's just stupid. You're stupid as fuck. These niggas are wrestling. You can't just walk up and shoot the other nigga in the head, like up to his head. Why are you doing this shit from the door? Also, why would y'all shoot her and just like stare at it? And then you shot your man. The other dude got a gun. You just gonna run away? You're not gonna make sure the job is done? You left a witness and a body.
Dude,
I'm not even talking about her body. I'm talking about your man's body.
I mean, you clearly just killed your man, right? There's no reason to be stingy with the bullets now. Unload the clip in the target you were supposed to get.
Yeah. Yep. And then when asked what happened, like, oh shit, I don't know. I wasn't there.
Now you definitely were there. I thought my people never leave witnesses. Like I thought that's their thing. Like we don't leave witnesses.
Again, why are you bringing the fuck up? The biggest fuck up of them all. But we also thought my people don't mess with kids. And this motherfucker wanted to kill Kanan because he was talking to a white girl that he did not know. Like, my man,
because he said he was going to rape her.
But it's not even like, yo, you're talking to my niece or like my best friend's daughter, or whatever. A random white girl that you don't know. Fucking ridiculous, man.
But by the way, he now is I've typecasted him. He plays exactly the same role in everything he's in. I've only seen him in this and in Bronx Tales. And in Bronx Tales, he also
Bronx Tales?
Yeah, he's no Bronx Tales. He was what's the Colangelo, whatever his name is. He's one of the homies.
He's one of the homies, the little piece of shit.
He's one of the homies.
My man told Colangelo, don't hang out with them. They're fucking dumb pieces of shit. Remember they rode out on the fucking black neighborhood and all that, right?
Yep. I want to say, I could be wrong, but I want to say he's the one that dropped the Molotov cocktail in the car. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's the one that when they threw it back in the car, it hit him.
Stupid fucker.
Yeah. That's what he gets, man.
All right, here we go. Next, we got Rock on a date with Cartier. This nigga named Tremont shows up. A mixture of Trayvon and Draymond, I guess. Tremont show up. And this nigga has a perm. He's got the butterfly collar, gold chain, and the leisure suit. And I'm like, is this nigga from the 70s? Like what? I just like I got no explanation why.
Lulu.
What?
That's Lulu from he was portraying Lulu from I'm guessing, but he was portraying Lulu from Paid in Full. Paid in Full.
Oh, from Paid in Full.
That's exactly. I mean, literally, that's exactly how he was dressed in Paid in Full. Literally.
That's true. It was dumb. I was like, why are we doing this? This nigga getting slapped around like, oh, she fed Cartier with the like, oh, I thought you won't let the people, the subordinates get out of line. He went in and slapped that nigga up. Then
my man Cartier was cool. He was chilling until Rock said something, and now he's like, oh.
Nigga, he drank that vodka down, that Stoli down all the way, put that glass down, and next thing you know, my man walking around Tremont with a bruise on his face. Kanan takes 0 pussy hints. This woman, this fine ass woman, opens the door, bro, in lingerie. And this nigga, oh, so she not here? So I'm like, nigga, she's throwing it for you. Also, since when is Coretta, is that her name? The daughter? Corinne. It's like, yo, your daughter just walked in to see her boyfriend with her mom. I'm like, boyfriend?
When did you become her boyfriend, bro?
At a party. And
I didn't even know he smashed.
He smashed at that party. Remember that at Famous's, or I guess they didn't smash, right? They just
I feel like he just kissed her, and then now he's like, oh, this is my girlfriend. I was like, oh, that's some sucker stuff, bro. Like, come on, is she claiming you? Because you are claim her off a kiss.
For real, man. And by the way, the mama, oh my god.
Well, 10 out of 10, but the mom is a piece of shit.
Of course. Yes, she's like. First of all, this happens all the time.
She's a pedophile. She's a pedophile.
All types of things. Like, I'm just like, damn.
And then your daughter walks in on you, and you're just like, don't worry about that. I'm gonna give you some more to shut her up.
Yeah. What?
Like, yo, imagine imagine your homie coming back telling you that he got caught cheating with blah blah blah, and then you go, so what happened afterwards? Well, I went to go talk to my girl, and then the other girl was like, F that, and then she just started going to town on me again. Wait, wow, okay, that's not usually how it happens.
That's never how it happens. But also, Jerv, another thing that hasn't been established: why is this pedophile mama hot for fucking Kanan?
She doesn't look like the type that should have any issues. I mean, she probably has issues, but like any problem finding someone.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm like, even like, there's nothing other than last episode where they're like, oh shit, we lost the shit. We have to go get it back. And she's like, oh, you guys are going to probably need a gun or whatever. There's nothing to show that like this kid is like someone's important child, or that he himself is just some badass slinging rocks and making money, flashing drug dealer money. He's pretty much just a fucking nerdy high school kid with his goddamn stupid ass Puerto Rican friend Famous. Like, there's no part of this. Like, this is porn, Jerv. This is how porn is, right? It's like, oh, I went over to my girlfriend's house. She wasn't there, but then the mama threw it at me. Like, oh, that's not how none of this works.
That's a specific search when you're searching for that type of stuff. You have to type in that in the search engine in order to find that video right there.
And then finally, Howard. How are you just gonna say, oh, that guy's snitching? Because you saw him in the police station being questioned? I'm like, what a leap of faith. And then for him to turn around and be like, yeah, I guess I was wrong. You fuck up sometimes. I'm like, what? They killed this nigga.
They killed somebody because of something you said. And you're just like, hey, listen, people make mistakes all the time. Yeah, but they don't usually lead to death.
Isn't a parking ticket? Oh, my bad. I didn't know that was a no parking zone between 6 and 9. Like, no, motherfucker. You got a loyal dude killed.
So look, we got they gave so in the sex scene count in Power, they gave us one last sex scene from the white girl before she died. Yep. The cop had her sex scene last week, I think it was, or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So and now she has to be about to die, right?
Well, I mean, the mom has to die because.
The mom is definitely dying.
Mom is dying because the daughter showed up to the crib and told Rock.
So you just made me think of that. So with the daughter having the whereabouts to know to go up to Rock, right? I'm willing to bet that the mom knows who Kanan is because Rock clearly is the kingpin of the town. So,
but that's even more dangerous. That's even crazier.
Yeah. She's about to die.
Yep.
Sad. I could have gone. I'm not mad if they give us one more before she goes. I'll be honest with you. I'm okay with that.
No, the R&B singer is about to die too. The one that Lou is fucking.
Okay.
Again, the girl from the first scene. By the way, her song is fucking trash. These are my streets. Whatever the fuck it was. I'm like, I won't lie. I have a note that I wonder if Jerv is gonna put this on his fucking playlist.
No, I will not. I repeat, I will not be downloading. I would not be downloading that song at all.
But yeah. So she's gonna die. I think the Jamaicans are gonna kill her to send a message. Dun dun dun. Because nothing's gonna happen to Lou.
Of course not. Lou's too big of a character. So but wait, real quick. Lou just gets to walk into the stash house, take out all this bread from the stash house, and Marvin just goes, "Hey man, you can't do that. We gotta count that up. It's in my head." No one calls Rock.
All this shit is fucking weird, bro. All this shit is weird. And then he goes to Cartier to handle the Jamaican problem. I don't know, man.
Wild times. We are now entering the dangerous hours of Power, where anything goes, anything can happen. We're at episode 7. We got three left, right?
Three left, and now I can feel it.
A lot of people got to die in these 3 episodes, man. A lot of people got to die. It's about to go crazy.
Why is Jukebox going on dates?
Oh, it was either you or Trey that called it. Moms is clearly about to have an issue with the fact of her sexual preference.
Right.
So now I think Jukebox she can peep that moms ain't really with that. So now she's got to put up this front or whatever. This is the front.
Like, her beard or whatever they call it for women or whatever.
Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah, that's what that is.
The nigga said, what the nigga say? He said some shit like, "Oh, so don't sleep with your husband's brother or whatever." That was such a weird. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Right after Kanan sleeps with his girlfriend, his girlfriend's mom.
What are we doing here, man? This shit. I don't know if it's actually in the Bible or not, but like I just felt like all this shit was super heavy-handed. All right, so is Jukebox's new boyfriend gonna die?
Yeah, why not? What the hell? Why not? He can die. Yeah, he's a little. I mean, he probably needs to, bro. He's already marrying her. She gave me one kiss, and now my man's like, yeah. So when we have our babies, I'm like, bro, where's your dad at? You gotta relax.
Church niggas, man.
Niggas is wild.
Shit, all right. We'll get up out of here. Remember tomorrow we'll have the overflow episode where we're gonna do Game of Thrones. That shit is going crazy too. Can't wait to see what happens now that your boy Damon is single and ready to mingle. I'm coming back to King's Landing, folks. What's going on? What it is, ho? What's up? I'm definitely interested to see how crazy the queen gonna get here in the next couple episodes and her weird ass kids jerking off in windows and shit. For Jerv, my name's Amin, and I'm reminding you all to stay black, motherfuckers.